Okay, so what I want to do is take this animation, let's just say it's an advertising banner. It's absolutely perfect for what you want. It's just a placeholder at the minute. And what I want to do is put it into our website. So let's say we want to put it in the right hand side here, and I want it to appear in this area. Push the calendar down. In fact, maybe get rid of the calendar. And this stuff here is in appearance widgets. So there's a blog sidebar. So I haven't got the blog showing at the minute. So in the page sidebar, we've got find stuff and calendar. Okay. If I want to get rid of the calendar, I could just throw that back. And now if we look at the site, the calendar's disappeared. So, what I've recently discovered is this text box. If I drag this into here, I'll just put it at the bottom. Does allow you to put some content in here. Now, normally it would go something like this, and you see there isn't a menu system like you've got in Pages and Posts. And indeed, if you get the black tiny MCE editor, you can have the animation, the menus here. So if we just look at what we've got here, content here. So what I'm going to do is put my animation in here. So let's see how we're going to do this. So the way to do this is to put some content. What I'm going to do is put some HTML in here. And in this first one, I'm going to put an iframe, and the source is equal to demo1.html. This is the name of my animation. The width equals, let's say, 200. And the height equals, let's say, 160. Frame border equals no. What also do we want? Scrolling equals no. And that's the iframe, and then we close the iframe, and there we go. So this was the name of demo1.html, our file up here. The problem is that this website is sitting on SCOMO in Selene over there. Okay, so what we have to do is put the files for this content somewhere in here so we can get access to them. Okay, so we're going to have to put something in front of demo1 to drill down, but let's go have a look first at making the stuff that's going to be publishable. So we go back to our file. So this is what we've got. I'm going to just make it so that it repeats. Okay, so we can either add code to our particular object, or we can add it to this stage, and I'm just going to click here. I've already got something going. Just delete that. Okay, so this is what you'll have when you click this button. So go to Actions, and it's just to the left. This one, not these. This one, and we're going to go on Complete. So when this little animation is complete, what we want to do is control the playback, and we want to play from, let's just have a look, we want to play from 0, or the start, or put in both, leave it with one of them. So double click that, and the time is 0, so when it gets to the end we go back to the start, or the alternative in double quotes because it's a piece of string text, and we go back to start. So, oops, we don't want that, so get rid of that. And then when we press spacebar, it plays it without the code. If we go to preview in a browser, this is going to open Internet Explorer, which on my machine just isn't working very well at all. But if we get that and drop it into here, you'll see that it does repeat. Okay, so that's good. It's going to drive us mad, so we'll get rid of that for the moment. So what we want to do is get this in a publishable way. Now, we're going to come back to this at the minute because this is 550 by 400 absolute size, and we're going to have to change that. But let's do it like this first, and then we'll see what we've got. So we're going to go to File, Publish Settings, and you probably are on Web at the moment. You can additionally, with the Publish, get all of these other options. So you change all these settings, but for us, we're going to the Web. The file is called Demo1. It's going to make some images, whatever. It's going to put things, JavaScript in various places. So those are the settings, but I actually want to publish as well. Okay. So if we drill down into here, it makes, this is where I've saved my demo. If we go into Publish and then Web, these are the files that we want to locate. So if I grab that address on the other side and come here and go there and drop that in. Okay, so this is running that demo, the Publish, the Web, demo HTML1. So it's that we're going to use, and it's this area here that we're going to move to Selene using FileZilla. So these are the files that we want. I've already opened up FileZilla, and this is in my 1516. I'm going to go into WP Content, and I'm just going to right click in here and create a directory. I'll just call it Animations. In Animations, I'm just going to grab all this, drop them in, and I now know that if I go to WP Content Animations, demo1.html is visible. So I'll just put that into memory, and I need to go to here, and we're dropping in Animations, WP Content Animations /demo1, and then save. And when we go back, we should find that our animation is whizzing away quite nicely. The problem is I've set this as being 200 wide. This was 160. But the main stage, if we just right click and go to Inspect Element, so this is the Animations demo, but the actual page that it's loading has got its own HTML head, body, and it's a height 400, width 550. So what we need to do is go back into the original animation, set this to be responsive. So here we'll go to, well, we can either change this to 100%, this little button here, or alternatively we can go to responsive scaling and set some minimums. I'm not too fussed about the minimum. So that's now sorted. Responsive. You'll notice that when you go to responsive, you can't change the pixels to be 100%. So we want to go back to Publish, I now know that these files here have been updated, so I'm going to drag them back over here. I've set this to overwrite automatically, so that's not a problem. And now when I go back to here and refresh, it's still going to the same website, same web page. I'll press F5 and it's now updated.